My name is Jessica Collins, and I'm the founder of an organization called A Place to Sleep. A Place to Sleep is a nonprofit ministry that supplies beds for kids in Shelby County and surrounding counties. I was inspired in 2009 when I was in the 5th grade to give a kid a bed after seeing the movie The Blind Side with my mom. For those of you who may not have seen the movie or haven't seen it in a while, there's a very famous scene that Michael Orr receives his first bed, and he's a high school student. After seeing that movie, I went home and knew that I wanted to make that a change. I wanted to find out if that was a need that was in real life or if it was just something they made in a movie. So after asking my mom, I contacted the Family Resource Center at my school, the elementary school I was attending at the time, and wanted to know if they could find out if someone could use a bed in my school. And they said they actually had an entire list of names of kids who were sleeping on the floor when they went home at night, but they didn't have an organization to send them to that could supply them with that need. So after finding that out, I contacted my church, First Presbyterian Church, and wanted to know if anyone could either donate money or had a bed that they could donate. And there was a great response, and so we went and delivered our first bed. And the kid whose bed we delivered the first time, they were actually living in an apartment right behind my house in my same neighborhood, which I thought it was going to be so hard to find a kid that was sleeping on the floor. But there was one right in my community, going to my same school and living right next to me. And that just blew my mind, and I knew it was something that I wanted to continue. So from that point on, by word of mouth, people kept offering more and more donations, and then families that also needed beds heard that we had given a kid a bed, and we just kind of became the go-between of, hey, I need a bed, hey, I have a bed I'd like to donate. And before we knew it, it started spiraling out of control, and it was developing into something really big, really fast. And I had no idea what was going on. I thought that I was going to give one kid a bed and be done. But that was not God's plan. His plan was for it to become an organization and to grow it much bigger. And so as of today, we're at around 1,800 beds that we have given. That's 1,800 kids that were sleeping on the floor or sleeping on the couch or sharing a bed with several siblings that are now sleeping on a bed at night. It can seem kind of like a want and not a need. We all know that people need shelter, people need food, people need water, but a bed in today's society has become a need as well. The family resource coordinators at the schools have begun to track the kids who receive beds from us, and they've said that their behavior in school goes up, their appetite goes up, they're not falling asleep in classes anymore. So it has become not just, an awesome gift that we're giving these kids, but it really has affected the lives that they're living. And so A Place to Sleep is 100% nonprofit. It's by donations only. We do not receive any sort of pay for gas, or we don't keep any sort of overhead or anything. Every cent that is donated to A Place to Sleep goes directly into buying beds for the children. We supply them with a bed frame, a mattress, a box spring, and all the bedding that they need as well. And we also provide a protective casing so that if the apartment they're living in gets sort of bed bugs, or a child is peeing the bed's not ruined. It's to last them. And the kids are always so ecstatic, and that's the reason I have kept A Place to Sleep for children only. It is never the kids' fault that they're sleeping on the floor. It's not the kids' fault that maybe the parents just can't make ends meet. The parents are spending their money on things that it shouldn't be spent on. The parents are going through a messy divorce. It doesn't matter. It's not the kids' fault. And so that's why it's so important to me that these kids are getting an equal opportunity to do well in school by sleeping on a bed. So I just wanted to share about the ministry, and it's something I'm really passionate about, and something I'd like to leave you guys on is I was in 5th grade when I started this organization. I never thought it was going to blow up into what it has today, but I always like to leave it on a note of, if you have an idea or you're inspired to do something or you see a need in our community, just to act on it. If you think you're too young, you're not. Just find someone who's older who can help you make those connections. And you're also never too old as well. We have lots of ladies that sew blankets, knit blankets, and that's their way of donating time. Always we can use prayers. This is completely God's plan. It was not my plan at all, especially the way it's grown. Thank you for your guys' time this Sunday morning. Have a great